I want to talk a little bit about the topic of cravings, which is part of the Beauty Detox Power. There's a whole section breaking down the top 8 food cravings and what the root causes are and the best tips and tools for dealing with each specific type of craving, as well as the best foods which will help to create satisfaction while we're dealing with the root causes. I think that most all of us, let's be real, most all of us have dealt with food cravings. I know that I have, and I'm sure that you know what I'm talking about, whether it's ice cream or chips or cupcakes, whatever it is. We all know that feeling of just wanting that immediate satisfaction from a particular food, really needing or feeling that we need that food. And so I've been doing a lot of research about this. This is something that I think is really, really fascinating. I think a lot of us, or the idea of food cravings in the media has been oversimplified and sort of lumped into this one big umbrella of cravings. But actually in my research, I was able to find a lot of information about specific types of cravings, and there's actually different tools and tips for dealing with each one. So beyond research, it's something that I've seen personally around me with my clients and in my work. And so I'm really excited to be sharing it with you. I also want to touch on this idea that most all of us have heard. This has been passed around, I think, since the 80s. The idea that cravings are somehow tied to a nutritional gap or nutritional deficiencies. And now this whole concept has been largely disproven. For instance, there's research and studies showing how, for many of us, we may have heard that chocolate cravings are tied to being low in magnesium, for instance. But certain foods, such as certain nuts, have very similar magnesium levels. And if that were true, then we would crave nuts in a similar way that we crave chocolate, which we know simply isn't the way that it is. Also, we've been told that chocolate is hormonally driven. The cravings for chocolate may be hormonally driven and may be tied to our menstrual cycles. But different research, in particular a study out of the University of Pennsylvania, has showed that postmenopausal women don't have that drop in chocolate cravings after menopause that you would expect if the chocolate cravings were truly hormonally induced. So there's a lot of amazing research and insight that I want to give you. There's differences in why you may crave ice cream versus a burrito versus pretzels, which is something that I craved for many, many years, crunchy foods. And there's actually a lot of personal stories in the Beauty Detox Power. It's the most personal of all the books. I'm going to be sharing the most with you about my life and about my personal journey with food and my struggles with weight and how I was able to get to a place of balance, which is part of the reason I'm so passionate about sharing it with you. I really want you to have the same freedom in your life and to move past thinking about food and being obsessed with food and weight and worry and frustration, being able to get that under control and be able to focus more on your professional and personal goals. So I'll be talking more and more about cravings. I'm so excited for you to be reading that section in the Beauty Detox Power. I know that you'll get a lot of benefit out of it. So can't wait for that. And I'll be seeing you back here very soon. Till then, take care and be well.